Hello, welcome to Confessions of a Frustrated Game Master. I am Robert, the narrator, and thank you for joining me for another episode of Confessions, a supplemental episode of Confessions, it turns out, because this episode I won't be giving any tips or tricks. I won't be doing a review, and I won't be talking about my top 10 favorite RPGs of all time. So this episode is kind of weird in that I don't think that I'm going to get an opportunity to do a lot of these, but when I do, they will be supplemental. And I am so excited right now. This is incredible. And the reason I'm so excited is because today I just got my copy of the first ever thing that I have ever supported on Kickstarter. First ever thing, and of course it was a game, and it came today, and I am just really excited, and I thought that I would do an unboxing for you of the first gaming item I have ever supported on Kickstarter. And I think I chose correctly because it showed up, and from what I've seen, just looking at the outside of it, it's incredible, and I wanted to share it with you. This game is by a small independent gaming company from Spain. I don't know what the availability of the game is going to be outside of the Kickstarter rewards, but I think I'm going to be really happy with it, and I wanted to show it to you right now because I just want to dig into this thing and take a look at it. And the game is called Faith, the sci-fi RPG, and it's in a box. And first of all, if you've been in the hobby for a long time, you're probably familiar with role-playing game product coming in a box. And me personally, I've always loved box sets. Usually it would be a setting or a super adventure in the old days that would come in a box, and I've always loved that. So the number one, that's always been something that I've enjoyed. And the second thing is I just have to admit it, I'm a sucker for any type of role-playing game that uses cards as its task resolution mechanic. And Faith, the sci-fi RPG, uses cards. So it has a box set that's incredible, and it uses cards. I just love that alternate method for task resolution in a role-playing game. It's so unique, it's so interesting. And for me, a lot of folks are, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You don't need to introduce anything new to role-playing for me. But anytime I see something new and innovative, I just want to check it out because it only expands the hobby, and I like to see new and different ways of doing things. And it seems like Faith, the sci-fi RPG, innovates in a lot of ways. And I'll turn it around and let you see the back of it here. And what it says, you can see some of the cards in the game. You can see the cover of the rule book here on the back. And the company, again, is it's in RPG by Burning Games is the name of the company, and Faith the RPG. And it says here, the universe of Faith is interconnected by the labyrinth, a web of wormholes with hundreds of exits. Two powerful alien species fight a cold war for supremacy, while humanity and other minor species struggle to survive. The gods are in continuous conflict with each other, but they can only affect reality through their believers. They will test your faith, luring you into heroic, oblique, sometimes suicidal missions in exchange for divine powers. And Faith is a sci-fi RPG, a pen and paper RPG that uses board game elements to display information and keep track of it. The art is always on the table. The streamlined gameplay and wide variety of options are designed to make an immediately immersive experience. And actions are resolved by playing cards, effectively allowing players to manage their luck and increase their chances of success. And it has the same thing here in Spanish, and then you have the contents here. And this thing is a monster. As you can tell, it's about the size of what you would normally find, for instance, with Fantasy Flight games, probably like their Pathfinder box or other card games. So this thing is a monster. It's actually a little heavier than I guess the standard version, because I got the deluxe version here from the Kickstarter, which came with a little bit of extra stuff and all of the extra goodies that were unlocked from the campaign. So let me open this. This right now. So this is exciting. I love. Oh, take a look at the art. That's really cool right here. And gonna open the box. This is a monster filled with all kinds of goodies. Let me put that over here. So what do we have in the box? Let's take a look at it after it's been opened. Right there. The first thing you see here, this is one of the deluxe goodies, is the art book for Faith, where you get an opportunity to know about some of the artists for the game. There's a list of the artists that worked on the game, and then they show you sketches of some of the alien races. The two main alien races. This is a Iskall, one of the alien races, and from what I understand, the Iskall have a kind of like a hive mind community, where it's all about the community and not the individual, and the race works together to achieve their goals through community and through their hive mind. They can actually link and mentally communicate with each other. And this is a Corvo, and the Corvo is a ruthless kind of capitalist society ruled by mega corporations, and all they care about is the bottom line and growing. And then you have some more Corvo over here, and then you have humans. Yes, humans in this game are the badasses, because, well, we pretty much destroyed our civilization. And now in this world, the Corvo kind of use humans. Their humans are bigger and stronger, so they use them as mercenaries and fighters. Sometimes they keep humans in stasis and then just let them out when they need them to do things. So humans are really tough and strong. Right here, some more of the alien races there. I'm pretty sure this is a Ravager. Ravagers can absorb your DNA, and they kind of go around the world, and they can absorb your DNA and learn about you. And weapons here. All of these guns, man. This is so awesome. They did a fantastic job with this, and this is really great. One of the extras I got for getting the deluxe version of the game, and at the table, man, it makes for a fantastic reference to kind of give the players an idea of what the world is like. So the art book can be will be very helpful at the table. I love that. And that's also part of why the creators said that they decided to go with all of these board game elements, because everything has cards, from weapons to equipment, and all of it sits on the table in the form of a card so that you can see what everything looks like. Because so it immerses you in the world, which a lot of people have trouble with science fiction because they can't really picture everything. But that's the reason they decided to go this route. And I'll show you here. This is the core rule book I'm taking out right now. And yeah, you have the rule book there. And this is kind of cool. They decided to put the index, because of course it's a box set, so they put the index on the back, which makes it really easy to go in and oh yeah, let me see. Yeah, it's here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, and then find the page. And the book is it's, as far as core rule books go, it's pretty thin. It's a fairly rules like game. It's a really good looking, talking about components there. The paper has kind of that very silky, cross between silky and kind of textured feel to it, so it feels really good. The paper is glossy, high quality paper, and there is art throughout, so it's really good looking book. Now to some of the components. So one of the most interesting things that I've seen with the game is what they call character boards. So these are character boards. Let me put this in here. Hopefully this is turn it around. Turn this around here. Okay. Let's just stick this in here now temporarily. So, character. This is the character boards. Now I don't want to take it out yet, but right here, what you have, this portion right here is what's called a character board. So what you would do is you would have this on the table, and right here in this area you have your skills for the character. You have your stats or abilities, agility, constitution, dexterity, your faith, your mind stat, and your link, which is kind of cool in a science fiction game. Everybody has a stat for how well they interact interface with computers and everything, and that's really cool. I mean, yeah, in the science fiction world, everyone would have it would just be a natural thing to interface with computers. And the thing that I really love about this is, I'll pop one of these out here. You can, like, for your skills, have your rating next to it. You can pop that out, and they have tokens that allow you to pop in and pop out your stats as they change or as you advance, and when you're doing character creation. So over here, this is just extra tokens, which are numbers. And this is an incredibly innovative idea, that instead of having a character sheet that you fill out, you have a character board, and you can pop out all of the tokens to make your character, to adjust your numbers, You have tokens here for your affinity for your character. So the areas that your character operates the best in. You have a token that represents what god you worship. And the other awesome thing, and this is really innovative and amazing, I think this is, because this is something that I didn't even know that I would want until I saw it with these guys. And also the game comes with character illustrations. And the character illustrations, as you can tell, you have a ton of them here. All of this stuff below the character board is extra tokens and extra character illustrations, and you choose your character illustration, and then you just pop it in to your character board, and that's your character illustration, your entire character. And that's just amazing and innovative, and I've never seen anything like that before. So the game comes with four character boards. So here's another character board. You have special talents, your skills, your abilities, your character illustration. You have more character illustrations down here. So when you make your character, you choose. Right there we have an Iskall, and right here we have a human. He looks like some type of corporate guy, and you have additional illustrations down here. And boom, show you here four. There's a human and a rog, which is one of the minor species there. And boom, so you have four character boards. So what you get in the box, excuse me, is enough for 4 total players. It's let me make sure that that's correct. Yeah, normally you would have enough for 4 players in the standard non-deluxe version of the game. So you have 4 character boards here. Here are talents and god abilities tokens. Right here, you can pop these out. Pop these out and pop them into your character board. And then also you have I'll show you what this looks like. So now that I've taken out the rule book, the art book, and the character boards and all of the additional tokens, this is what it looks like here. And you have character gear decks. Now the game, the basic game only comes with one of these. So I have 2 because I got the deluxe version. And these are cards. That's pretty good quality. Show you what they look like, hopefully. So this is a suit. This is a gun. So you have these gear cards. So when you're playing, when someone purchases, oh man, that's a great looking gun. The Decogninator. I think this does like mental damage, cognitive damage. You have a sword. You have armor. So you have this entire. You have drones here, which you can control. You have guns. You have suits which your characters can have suits that they can control. And on the back of the cards, they have all of the stat information for the equipment, and they have stat information here on the front. So the reason they did this, as I said, it's a fantastic idea. So what does a Nemesis plasma weapon look like? That's what it looks like. So nothing immerses you in a game like knowing what your equipment looks like. And I've always loved the idea, because there are other games that have kind of done things like this. For instance, the new Minera role-playing game by Monte Cook Games, they have come out with cards, cipher cards, and artifact cards that you can, when a person gets an artifact, you just hand them the card and they can keep it on the table, and when they lose it they can give it back, or when they use it they can give it back. And that's really tactile, and I really love that, because as a game master, you never know if somebody is writing their stuff on their character sheet, and I like to catch players and say, yeah, if you didn't write it down, you don't have it. But it makes it so much easier if you just hand the person something, and when they're done with it, they hand it back to you, and it's tactile and it's real and it's really awesome. And especially with a science fiction game, it helps that you can keep, it makes it easier for you to keep track of your equipment, and you have it on the table, and it lets you know what everything in the world. Oh, that's Parabellum suit, man. That's awesome. A mobile lab. That's what a mobile lab looks like, and it immerses you in the world, and it's great. And these cards are they're pretty good. They're pretty good quality. I purchased some Fantasy Flight standard size card sleeves, and I'm going to sleeve up all of the cards. So this is the gear deck, and I wanted to make sure that I had enough gear for everybody to get the type of gear that they want. Normally the game only comes with one, but I got two because it's the deluxe version of the game. And then this also, I think this is no, this is not because it's the deluxe game. It's because of the additional rewards that were unlocked by the Kickstarter. These are blank equipment cards and NPC cards, so you can make your own. You can make your own equipment. Something else that was unlocked are boss cards. So these are NPC. These are NPC cards, and these guys are real serious. So you have your stats on these giant boss cards. Oh man, this is really amazing. And then you have all of the stats there. Looking at the bosses, and yeah, I can show you all of these because it's not that many. But this is, man, look at this. These are the boss cards. So I'm gonna soon, when I dig into the bottom of the box, I'm gonna be able to show you what normal NPC cards like. So these guys are the real baddies, which can put a whole, take on a whole party. And then it's funny, of course, the company Burning Games is in Spain, and their printer was in Spain also. So their Spanish backers were able to get the game first because they're right there. And of course, our games had to come across the pond. And when the Spanish backers started to get theirs, they were like, "Wait a minute, we didn't get all of our cards." And Burning Games had to send out a message saying, "Hey guys, look under the board," and boom, that's where all of your other cards are. So what we have here is the player decks. So normally these are the player decks. Each in Faith, each player has their own deck of cards. And what these are is these. Oh man, this feels so good. It has that that feeling. It's kind of like a silky, textured feeling with the boxes, which are good quality. And so yeah, so PCs, the players, you have your own deck of cards, and this is a standard poker deck, 54 card poker deck. But of course, they put awesome illustrations on the card. This is a Joker. This is a Joker card. What the back looks like, and you play with a hand of 7 cards. And when you want to do something in the game, basically, you pretty much can always do anything you want unless someone opposes you. And you can play a number of cards from your hand equal to the characteristic or that you're using, and you add your skill to it, and you go up against the opposition score. So you use the number here, and you add that, and that's how task resolution goes. These cards are gorgeous. So of course, these are beautiful, and I couldn't imagine wanting to play the game any other way than using these gorgeous cards with the beautiful illustrations on them. But you can use a regular poker deck if you wanted to, because that's all these are. This is a 54 card deck. So normally it would come with four decks, but because I'm a deluxe backer, I got an additional deck. And this is the NPC deck. So keeping with the philosophy, like from the gear deck, keeping with the philosophy of being able to immerse yourself in the world and know what everything looks like, so you can be immersed in the world, you have an NPC deck. And so these represent your fairly average NPCs in the world. So you have your stats on the front. They're kind of like miniature PCs almost. And on the back, you have stats for the NPCs. So this is really handy to have these cards for the game master. The whole idea is for you not to have to go into the rule book, and then I can say, hey guys, this is what you're going up against. This is how he looks, or how it looks. And you have all of these NPCs. I can't be happier. This is high quality. I'm so happy. My first game that I've kickstarted, and I couldn't be more pleased. This is really amazing. I'm going to do definitely going to do a review of the game, but I just wanted to do this unboxing because I was so excited about my first game, first thing that I've ever sponsored on Kickstarter, and it's just great. And I got a ton of stuff here, and I'm just so pleased. So that is the unboxing of Faith, the sci-fi RPG. And again, I will do a review of it to let you know what I think about the game. But thus far, the quality is amazing. It looks like it is an incredibly innovative game, and it has me so excited. So thank you for joining me for this supplemental episode of Confessions of a Frustrated Game Master. And have a good morning or good evening wherever you are. Thank you.